Houston Texans fan. We got the win. Week 10 wasn't wasn't pretty, but we got it.
But it wasn't ugly.
True.
It,
Yeah,
it was it was good. It was
it was better than the week before.
yes. It was a lot more. Okay, we almost lost that. I get it because if they would have ended up beating us, it would have been because we fucked up. But
Yeah,
also, like we were kind of dominant in that game.
yeah.
Felt like, especially our defense for a little bit. And CJ was pretty confident he was going to move the ball. So it was good. It was a good one because they're a Super Bowl contender, bro. Like we weren't supposed to go in there and play like that.
Yeah,
We 6.5 point underdogs. Come on now.
we were nobody picked us pretty much except for us and other Texans fans. Everybody picked Bengals, which I get it. They were a hot team. Jamar Chase. I mean, they were missing T Higgins, but Joe Burrow's been Joe Burrow that we know, and came in there. Defense showed up. CJ showed up. Running game showed up.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
It was a beautiful thing to witness and see. I mean, the running game alone, what was it 30 rushing, 30 rushes,
Yeah, Singletary
150
had
yards.
30 carries for
Yeah,
150.
one tutty. It was a beautiful thing. CJ doing his thing. We keep witnessing it now. We've witnessed twice of CJ pretty much dominating, like when those crucial moments are showing up, ice in his veins, and handling
Man,
what he.
it's like he knows the perfect play to make. For instance, like he ran that ball into the end zone, but he did it immediately. He took his 3-step drop, planted his foot, and took off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So he knew it, and I think that kept the defense back a little bit and then
yeah.
up because he ran, and that's why he was able to pick them apart.
No, I agree that like you saw when he made the mistake of the interception, and there was no like, damn, like I beat himself up kind of thing. It was that one split second where he was like, he looked, he just had his hands like this. And he just looked, and he's like, I got a minute and some change. I'm gonna go down there and get that.
He knew it. I knew it. I never worried about that because somebody had texted me like, "Damn, CJ cost us a game," and I was like, "Nah, we'll be all right," because he was so mechanically flawed on that throw. Like he didn't do anything he worked on. Ended up throwing the pick, and he's like, "I'm just not doing that shit no more. But just go out there and play the same. Do you?" And it worked.
And I think
He's
that's one
so
thing
clutch,
also.
bro.
Yeah, we got to also take it like he's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna get a fumble here or there. He's gonna get an interception here or there. He's not. He's human. He's a quarterback still. All the greats do it. It happens. But what you do afterwards is what showcases, and that's what he did. You gave him money. You gave him time. He showed up, showed out. On the defensive side, though, I mean, uh, Denzel Perryman. We can get into him because he is doing good at what he's good at, and then he does bad at what he's not good.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was just obvious they were going after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's just like, okay, so either one or two things has to happen. We have to figure out a way to help him in pass coverage, which is where they're exploiting him, or get him off the field. Which I think if Toa Toa was available, they'd probably get him off the field. But then I also think about it and it's like, all right, we put their run game in check today. Like the only person that could run on that team was Burrow.
yeah,
So is I don't know to what extent you want to get him off the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm thinking it's like, oh, maybe if Jimmy Ward was here, he would be able to help a little bit more opposed to the other new guy. But it is, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to have a weak link somewhere on the chain.
yeah. And you got to get. You're gonna give them something and live with something else, and for them to stop. I mean, Mixon hasn't been amazing this year, but they pretty much non-exist that whole running game, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like, all right, you're gonna beat us with the rest of these receivers, and we'll see what happens. And
But it's a little frustrating with Perriman because it's the fucking penalties that he's getting. Like for instance, the late hit on Jamar, that put them closer to the end zone. The pass interference and against the tight end that literally put him on the one. So, I mean, don't help him.
True. Patrick Storm and a bunch of other people on here said the Cincinnati Bengals have never allowed a 150-yard rusher and a 170-yard receiver in a game until today.
Sweet.
So
I
Sweet.
like to hear.
all in all, the I mean, they're breaking records. The offense is breaking records. Um, Noah Brown, though, I mean, I get it. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz, everybody gets it. But Noah Brown in the past two games has been stellar. Um, we praised him on his blocking, but honestly, it goes even past that at this point.
It's effort also. Like it's a lot of effort. He literally broke a tackle off two people at the end to get us in field goal range.
I was gonna say he's able to break free from people. He's able to just get open when it seems like nobody else can. Because every time I would look when he would catch one, he was just by himself in the
It's the
open.
benefit of the system because it's the same
Yeah.
thing as Collins and Tank. Is like they'll run two crossers, one mid, one deep, and somebody's bound to get open. And I think people underestimate Noah Brown's speed. Like he may not be blazing fast, but he's big as fuck, and he covers a lot of ground with each stride. And I think that gets him open. Keep playing
Yeah.
with that boy. He's tired of fucking with y'all.
That is very true. I looked. They had his numbers in the last two games. He had 13 receptions, 325 receiving yards, one touchdown, 25 yards per reception.
I mean, obviously that's gonna
172 in
fall
this
off.
game, so over 150 last game too.
Yeah,
And half of those yards last game were from one reception.
I mean, his numbers that he did. He's the last receiver to do it since Andre and DeAndre Hopkins. Like it's
Cold. He fucking cold.
I'm glad we got you, bro. Cause
Yes, because fucking Tank almost died today. He almost got his black blown out.
God,
Yeah, he fucking got hit in the kidney. I was like, oh shit.
Ricky.
It looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the standings, of course, Jacksonville 6-3. We're 5-4. Colts are 5-5, and Tennessee's 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Is it wrong to say we still have a chance to win the division? Is it too early to say?
I don't think it's too early. But won't you be like? How would you feel on the team if you put that expectation on them and then we slide? Like you're gonna be mad at him
Yes.
Yeah.
when you should be mad at yourself. So it's like, are you willing to risk like disappointment in yourself by putting that expectation on him? I am. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like play for the playoffs. Let's see what happens.
I was gonna say, are you okay with like being happy with how good they're doing right now because no one expected it to be this good to begin with?
What's the question?
So like, so I mean like, at the beginning of this year, they had us projected to lose like, I think 90% of games.
I'm not the person to ask that question because I can't give you an appropriate answer. Because
Yeah.
you know what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck with the other people. Like, I knew this team better than 99% of the world. Like, I'm even a little bit surprised by how good we are, but I'm not shocked. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought we were
Yeah.
going to be a good team.
And that's what I mean by it with like people who are like, I'm surprised that we're doing this good, you know, like I guess that's a realistic expectation to have on it.
The fact
'Cause I
that
look-
CJ's a top 10 quarterback makes me happy.
Yeah.
'Cause
No, that makes me happy.
I look at like other fan bases right now, like Carolina with Bryce Young. I look at the Tennessee Titans fans for some reason came out the woodworks with Will Levis, and the biggest thing that I keep like seeing is everybody's like, oh, CJ's doing good because of he has receivers, because he has an O line, because he has this, and it's like Caleb said though at the beginning of the year, we had the worst ranked O line, even with signings. We had almost the worst receiver group in the whole NFL,
Receiver core.
and it's like CJ has done with it. I mean, that O line has been duct taped, bandaged, super glued, gorilla glued, however the hell you want to look at it. And he's done it because of his talent.
I
And
was gonna say, like, I think CJ is just that good. Like, he's making do with what he has and just making it work.
It's like the when enough bad shit happens to you, then shit has to go right. It's
Yeah.
like our coaching couldn't have got worse, our quarterback play couldn't have got worse, our receivers couldn't have got, like it couldn't have got worse in the past 2 years for Houston. So like when we changed it up, we just accidentally or on purpose, I'm not quite sure, changed it with all the right pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like the perfect storm of goodness.
I mean,
Yeah.
we keep saying it. We're playing with house money right now. We already have more wins than we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's fun to watch Texans football again. It's competitive. It's nerve wracking. It's you feel like just like the player said. I always feel like we have a chance when CJ's out there. And as fans, that's how it kind of feels like. Like now, this is 2 games in a row where CJ has kind of left you, and you only get that with the Mahomes, the
I was
Rodgers.
gonna say, bro, is it like I don't like jumping the gun and shit like that. I don't even much like comparison, but I get Mahomes vibes off of him. Like
It
in the sense like, oh, you're not Mahomes, like you can do what he can do, but in the sense like if I find your weakness, I possess the talent to exploit it. Like you can't stop me from showing your weakness, and when I find it, your ass is in trouble. And
yeah,
it's like a confidence you get from the quarterback playing that way.
no, I agree, and there's a part of me also that it's like when it comes to I don't want to say comparing him as like a quarterback in like the sense of the talent wise, but like the clutchness, like that ice in his veins. Because
Mm-hmm.
even in like other sports, we talk about it. Like there's just certain baseball players I'm not gonna pitch to because no, you that guy. There's certain basketball players I am not letting you take that last shot because
Mm-mm.
I know
Foul
Lillard
Cody.
time is a real thing. Yeah.
That guy
And
too.
yeah, and so it's one of those things where it's just like when it comes to the quarterbacks, he feels like he's putting himself in that quarterback position where it's like, you give me some time, I'm gonna make you pay for it, and sometimes I mean it just is what you got. It's in you or you don't got it, and at this point, it seems like he has it.
Him got it. You know what my favorite part of this game was?
But
There was an
Favorite
image
part.
shown of D'Amico of behind D'Amico Ryan's as Amendola kicked a game-winning field goal, and he was standing even with the kicker, so you could see it. And he stood there with his hands in his pocket, like he fucking knew he was about to make it. We won. Like he was like the coolest motherfucker on the field, and I was like, "That's some cocky shit," and I like it. And it can't even say nothing because it's the coach.
Yeah.
it's a bad man right there.
There's a bad
Um,
dude.
Out of all the beautiful stuff that happened, winning this and that,
Hmm.
is there any bad that you saw that y'all want cleaned up?
Yes, either the O line isn't protecting CJ, but I told you I think CJ might be holding the ball too long because he got
Yeah.
popped a couple times, like bad. He got pop. Got up from it, but it's like I'd prefer it not happen at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I
Yeah. I
think
think
I really think it's CJ's fault.
I was gonna say I think he just waits too long to try and get somebody open, and he ends up paying for it. But it pays off.
It didn't happen in the second half, so somebody said something to him. But in the first half,
Yeah.
he ate it a couple times, and it made me nervous. I don't know how you're built. I don't know if you could take a licking. You know what I mean? It looks
Yeah,
like you can, but I don't know, Jimmy Joe.
yeah, he got hit, and they were like, "You good?" He just didn't say nothing. I was like, "I'm gonna say that's good." Hey,
Yeah,
I don't know if that is or not, but we're gonna find out. I mean, we're gonna find out how durable you are because the
I got a
NFL.
question for you
Yeah,
because I was thinking about this earlier, and this is specifically for Nick because he used to bring this up a lot about how Will Anderson likes how CJ takes the spotlight. I don't like that anymore. Not because no, because I feel like you should be reminded consistently that we traded for that pick and we used it on you. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like if CJ's living up to all that hype, then Will Anderson should be as disruptive as he was today all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So let's
Yeah.
like quit belling him out and put the shit on CJ. And I'm not saying you have to talk as much as CJ and do all that, but like you should be under the microscope a little bit more. And I'm only asking to do that because I want to put the pressure on Will Anderson, and I feel like he could live up to it. That's just me. Like I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I think that.
I I agree. I feel in the beginning it was fine for to write off the CJ coattail. He's a quarterback. They love quarterbacks, but at some point you have to start creating your stamp and
Mm-hmm.
solidifying yourself on, okay, what did they give up to get me? Am I living up to that expectation? And I mean, he played really well today.
He
Um,
made
yeah,
exceptionally well today,
yeah. But I mean, at
but
the
I
end
want
of
to
the
see that every game
yeah,
because you see that from Bosa almost every week. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Miles Garrett, a lot of those guys, Michael, you see that more times than not. And that's what I want to see from Will Anderson. It's like, all right, bitch, TJ Watt don't take days off. You don't take days off.
yeah. I need my 1-2 punch every day, twice on Sunday. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just something I was thinking.
No, I mean it's week 10. If you're gonna show up, I need you to you. There's spurts. There's stuff
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing I like, but yeah, I need some more. I want some more.
Same thing with Stingley. Shit or get off the pot, bro. What are you doing?
He's coming off an injury, bro. Chill.
Losers chill. Winners win.
I'm gonna give him next week to
Yep.
figure it out.
No, I
I'm
told
not
you
giving
earlier. I
that back.
said after the white boy scored on him, you didn't really hear too much about Stingley, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. In theory, it should be a good thing, but it's like, man, what did you do?
Yeah, I just kept reading that they were on a snap count, and so I'm just gonna chalk it up to that. I was like, I
Yep.
don't know what the fuck that means, but hey, all in all, though, I think we're good.
Running was the running game a fluke today, or does it show up again next week?
Maybe
Uh, do you think? I have a good question. Do you think the running game shows up again next week if Damian Pierce plays?
no.
Me neither. I'll
Okay.
almost guarantee you it doesn't if Damian Pierce plays, because
Okay.
like even at the very least, you now understand the type of running back that we need. If it's not Singletary, it's still the type. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And Pierce is not the same kind of runner, which
Yeah.
that's it. Very well may be Singletary gets first team reps.
I'd be fine with that because he actually ran it the right fucking way.
Mind you, Cleveland is just a terrible run stopping team, and that had a little bit to do with it. That's why I'm asking. It's like, was it fluke? What was the word this morning? Fluky or not? Or no?
Fluky. Yeah,
That's not a real word.
I
It
think
is good now.
the don't expect the 150 yards, but I could
Mm.
a good 100 piece, a good 80.
But does that mean you want to see less runs? Like, because he carried it 30 times today. That's a shit ton. If we're not
Yeah,
running the ball, it's as well stop running it. Just give the ball to CJ.
yeah.
That's how I would. That's how
It
I
was
feel.
working really well, and
Yeah,
so I feel like if don't try to force it, but if it's working well, then just at the end
Yeah.
of the day, go
I
with
mean,
it.
that's what 5 yards per carry. That's pretty much what you want.
Yeah,
that's if you were a running back who averaged 5 yards a carry for a whole season, you know how much fucking money you would make.
Yeah.
You'd be Christian McCaffrey paid,
Yeah.
probably better.
yeah. But most of them aren't. So,
Exactly.
bad. All right, Texans fans, enjoy the win, enjoy the weather, enjoy the rain, enjoy the quarterback. I'm sure we'll do another
One more
video.
thing.
Yeah.
Quit fucking sleeping on Mechie, bro. He got open again today and he got his catch.
Mhm.
Quit fucking sleeping on Mechie.
He's the quiet assassin.
I
He's a
guess.
ninja.
For now, he's quiet. Nobody's talking about him. Noah Brown, bro. Tank Dell, bro.
Bobby Trees almost had a touchdown.
Yeah, they
He
kind of
did.
screwed on that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
But we
but if
weren't
you
supposed to win.
We're never supposed to win.
It happens. But Texans fans, enjoy it. You made it to this point. Like, subscribe to the Bayou City Boys YouTube. Check us out every week. We got you covered in all Houston sports content. We got a lot more stuff in the book, so make sure you check it out. Other than that, we are out of here. Much love, everybody. Stay safe. Later.
Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.